Okay, sorry for that false start just then. My OBS was acting up. Um, but okay, so now, I lied about having the line art ready for today because I ended up having to work on something else this weekend. But we're just gonna continue doing some finishing up the line work today, and then hopefully we can get into coloring. Well, that's all right because it did kind of mess up at first. So, but we back in for real. Okay. It wasn't meant to be. You weren't supposed to be notified because it got messed up. I just accidentally spat on my screen. Um okay. Oh, almost dropped that. Okay. Um and looking at my references again because I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out what I want to do with this other hand. I don't really want to mirror, but I'm also like, I chose not to hide it behind him either. So it's, so I don't know. Ooh, hello, don't do that. So I wonder if I should in fact do more of a unfurled approach. I don't think it went back far enough. No, it doesn't go back far enough to erase this. Those were a little close anyhow. Oh, see that? Yeah, I think that is Doggy. Doggy is my favorite viewer. I'm sorry. Dude, I got to see my I got to see my brother's dogs over the weekend, and that was so needed, y'all. I needed that for real. That was like, it was giving girl who's going to be okay, girl who's going to be okay at the end of the movie petting the dogs. Aren't they so cute though? Like, also these fingers are not, they're not coming to me. They're not working. What if I just like decided he didn't have another hand? Then what? Yeah, bet needle. Dog, not the freaking cold shower stream today. That was such a choice. Wait, also I was watching another stream today, and honestly, that shit was pissing me off because people do not pay attention. They kept asking repeat questions, and then they would get mad when other people like were modding them, and they're like, girl, just pay attention. And they're like, someone was like, can I ask questions without being muted or cussed at? And like, can you pay attention? Can you pay attention? Because if you paid attention, then we wouldn't have to yell at you for spamming chat. And like, to be honest, I need to start watching those streams on like YouTube or something instead of on TikTok, because I feel like the commenters are just like so much worse on TikTok that and then at least in like YouTube and other streaming platforms you can like actually hide the comments, but you're like stuck with those on your screen if you're watching a mobile live. But they kept asking like I was watching an Aaron Blaze live stream, right? And so he used to work at Disney, as you may know. And like it's like pretty common knowledge, I feel, that he doesn't work there anymore. And then also I feel like it's pretty common knowledge that Disney doesn't do 2D films anymore, not since Princess and the Frog. And like he left even before then though, because Princess and the Frog came out like I want to say a couple of years after he left Disney. But people kept asking, they're like, why did you leave Disney, and like blah blah blah, even though he had already answered like several times in the same stream why he had left Disney. And because he like it just was like both because he just didn't really care for what they were doing anymore, and then also he wanted to start making his own stuff, and like it's just like a series of different reasons. And then like what else was it, the that like me when I lose my train of thought, like they, and then just like oh my god, I really can't remember all of a sudden. Oh he didn't align himself with like the projects that they were making, not because they were like really bad or anything. He just didn't really they didn't really pique his interest anymore. And then again, they don't do 2D anymore. But people were like, how do you get a job there, and like blah 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 blah. Guys, he got a job there in the 80s. I fear that like any advice he has now is the same kind of information that you like the same sort of like procedure of getting a job anywhere else. But you guys forget that Disney doesn't have 2D anymore, so it's like, why are you asking so much? And then like again, he doesn't work there anymore, so like it's not like he has great insider news on like how to get a job there now. You need to, and then also just so many of the questions that they asked were like easily Googleable. And like people kept asking like what his pencil was that he was using, and like I don't know, dog. Those are just like silly questions. There was a live I was watching where people kept making hell explicit. Ooh, damn. Yeah. One of my friends also does live streaming and gets like really weird questions. I'm like, how do you how to mod so I can like help with that, because they really do be getting like kind of harassment on there, and I'm like, that is disgusting, frankly, how y'all but yeah, no, it's so, no, exactly, yeah, for like contracts and stuff. um it's for real a thing. And then like just I mean, like I understand like the curiosity, and like I feel like a good percent of people unfortunately think that like the pen is gonna like suddenly make them way better at doing art. But it's like you can use any material to make it. Like honestly, it was just it was like a because they repeated it so many times, it was a Mitsubishi Uni or High Uni 10B pencil. And I just remembered because they answered it so many times. But I swear I've watched like a few of his streams now, and he gets the same questions every time. And I'm just like, guys, so many of these are easily Googleable. And then people were like, oh, is he left-handed? And like, yes, he's left-handed, because he also does traditional art. Yeah, one of those fancy ones, but he does like traditional art, and it's like It's like pencil sketches, obviously, otherwise he wouldn't be using, you know, anyways, but like he does the, I really no idea what I'm doing with this hand, but like he's got like, what was I saying, he keeps getting questions about his being left-handed or whatever. He's like, is he left-handed or is the camera flipped? The camera's not flipped because you can see right above is a link to his website, and then also a it also says animator at the top of the board because it's his old animation desk from when he worked at Disney. But like you can, nothing about it is it's like very obviously not flipped because again you can see actual words written on there. So like yes, he's left-handed. I just look up, it's like not even that much higher because he'll be like drawing like down here or whatever, and then like right above there's like this circle bit of the light box, and then there with like, and then like the pegs down here, and then he has like his links like right up here to it, and then at the top up here is where he has like the animator like tag thing, and it's just like, guys, please, can we use our critical thinking, and can we please, like, why bother watching a stream if you're not gonna like, and then like ask questions if you're not going to listen. But yeah, no, for real, it's always like the freaking the default pens, and people are like, what are you using, what are you using? You would know if you drew more, you would know if you drew. But like I'm all for like making things more accessible and stuff, but like you guys aren't even bothering to look this up for yourself. Like you just have to and then they'll be like, what's some advice, what's some advice, and like honestly the best advice is just to draw. Like you think that he's just gonna like hand you like the keys to the kingdom and you're suddenly gonna know how to animate like someone who has like 40-50 years of experience. But I mean, he also has like his website where like he teaches classes on like drawing and animating, and I'm just like, can you guys lock the fuck in, actually? Dual streaming, yeah, he does dual streaming, but like the, I think he might do it on like, I think he does it on Twitch as well, because he has an assistant or whatever who reads chat for him and stuff during this live stream, and she mentioned Twitch, so I guess they probably updated on Twitch as well, but I only know for sure that they stream on TikTok and on YouTube because I've watched it on YouTube before as well because I'm subscribed to him there. But yeah, no, they no context clues. I close my eyes. That there was a streamer I was watching, and he would like periodically announce like what he was doing and explain it every hour. Yeah, exactly. He like explains it very thoroughly, and like so does the assistant or whatever, and she'll be like, oh yeah, so he's only gonna be drawing characters that he actually worked on and stuff. And then people are like asking him what films he's worked on, which is like fine, I guess, but like it's kind of embarrassing to pop into someone's stream and ask them like a bunch of the same questions again. If you like, you don't know who they are, you can easily Google him. It's not like it's he's hard to find. Like you can literally look up on like IMDb and find out what films he's worked on. So it's just like it's just silly. What do you do? And he's like, yeah. People, why do you do that? And he's like, learned from Twitch, people are cool with gathering context clues from the title category, etc., and watching stream, but on YouTube they do not give a fuck and constantly be yeah. Yeah, no, for real, people just like do not. I mean, on Twitch there's, well, you get like the initial when you like, if you're like on the explore page or whatever on your FYP, then you can usually see on TikTok, sorry, I said Twitch, on TikTok, if you're like on the FYP and before you fully click on the stream, it does have like a very short blurb, but it's usually, I think, the account name, and then maybe like it gets kind of cut off and it'll maybe have like the title of the stream, but you don't like, it doesn't stay if you're watching the stream, so that I understand, but it is like pretty self-explanatory what he's doing and stuff, and like again, he does explain it as he goes, oftentimes like what he's doing or whatever, so it is just kind of like, dang girl, you live like this. But yeah, no, I'm always like, I don't know, I feel like I would get really tired of getting the same questions over and over again of like, what pen are you using, like what like what have you worked on, stuff, like just look it up, dog. It's like not that difficult. I mean, like, I get, like, again, like the pencil thing is not, I guess, as easily googleable, but like and you know, if you're like brand new to it, that's great and all, but I just feel like it's kind of weird to pop into someone's stream and expect them to give you like a whole rundown on how to do what they're doing. It's when they're like very clearly like they have their own like theme that they're going with or whatever. It's kind of rude to expect them to just suddenly explain everything to you and like give you the inside and out about like what studios you should apply to and what you need to like apply. I mean, that's like fair to ask, I guess, but like again, it's just kind of, they ask a little too much, and a lot of the things are very easily googleable. If you really cared, then you would be asking a random stranger on the internet. You would at least be trying to do this research on your own, and you will probably find plenty of other videos, or even sometimes there's videos by that same creator just like on their account or whatever, where they explain it and they have like a playlist for it or whatever, and then they just choose not to look at it. But yeah, no, it's definitely like appreciated when they have the patience for that, but I just think it is really just so y'all need to, the main thing is just like people need to get, people have really abandoned like the doing their own research, and they just expect to be able to pop in and get the answer that they want from somebody without like looking something up themselves. That's not this layer, is it? Or that layer? It's this one. But yeah, no, I mean, like, it's definitely admirable if you if you have the patience, then obviously that's great, but it is just like, I don't know, you guys are not asking the right people slash places. People, yeah, no, there's definitely this like thought that people kind of get this like misconception that like people who are already like established just like can just automatically hook you up with everything. Like, no, you have to do it yourself, basically. Like, they can point you in the right direction, but a lot of people don't realize that you just kind of stumble into it. It's like you were just there at the right time and right place, and you put in the work. Not just that you were there at the right time and place, but that you actually like honed your craft, like and stuff like that. And like, or like when people ask like, how did you find your style and or whatever, and it's just like, to be quite honest, you just have to draw. You don't like, you, again, if you have a particular style that you want to really like carve out for yourself, you have to just draw until it like feels natural and stuff. You got to figure out how you do that. You should obviously like practice like the fundamentals and stuff, but if you're like for some reason really wanting to speed run it, at the very least you should be drawing in that style. You want to draw in the style that you want. Or if you don't know what style you want, then you just have to draw until it like makes sense, and then you just kind of grow as you draw, and you're like, oh, this is how I like it, like making it and stuff. That's how you make your style, is that it's just like, it comes to you only if you actually do the work to make your style. No, exactly. Until you're like, yay, I like it and I've achieved it. That's how you create your style. um, okay. I'm gonna come back to this hand, I think, because it's not working. Also, my mouth's getting dry from all my yapping about people just not researching things. Right? Yeah, no, it's so like it is very funky the way people kind of like that's the so and so art style. Like, is it, dog? What are you talking about right now? Do you know that you sound crazy right now? Be honest. And like obviously I guess there is like the thing of like copying and stuff there, so that is kind of tricky water, but yeah, it is very funny that like people are like, that's just like this. We're like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Is this one? Does this have anything on it? Which which is you? Cancel. Cancel. What? Okay, so that's his hair, legs, and apparently part of his gauntlet. I didn't remember that was how I was doing it, but okay. Main part two. No, exactly. It's like, it's something that you just develop over a very long time. It's not something that just like you're gonna have and then be done with forever and be like, yeah, that's how I draw it. It's like it's gonna evolve. And you develop it as you go. So that's like the biggest thing is just that like you have to draw, and that's you have to draw and develop it as you go. That's how a style is made, and that's how you develop it, like in hone it to meet your needs, I guess. uh I mean, honestly, I mean, if you even if you take like a few classes, it's pretty much like you get a lot of the same information in like um I'm sure you've watched or seen like online videos and stuff. That's something that like also there really is just so many online resources and people do not take advantage of that. Um they do not dip their toes in enough. They're just like, how do I do it? Like figure it out. Figure it out. Okay, hold on. Zoom in, zoom in. I went to art school, and to be honest, I feel like it was a waste of money. But also, I went to like a shitty art school, so um, wait. Well, maybe I'll just delete that, and then although I do wonder, but also that'd be kind of freaking loud. So I was like, maybe because it's like his little jester hat ears. The bells are like technically hanging off of his thingies, his ear antennae thing. Um, but like also if they were bells, then he would be so fucking loud every time he stepped. So, maybe I should just leave it as like little attachments. Um, but I also really don't know if I like how I'm drawing this. Yeah, no, I know they're actually bells, but I'm like, I'm trying to decide if in this particular drawing they should be. They do jingle, it's canon. Maybe then I should just make them so. Uh yeah, exactly. Drawfee, my beloved. I haven't watched a Jazza video in so long though. I'm like, I did really like his videos for a while, but I just um I haven't bothered in a long time. I watched a lot more drawing YouTubers when I was younger, but I just like grew out of it, I guess, and self taught uh other ways. Um, okay, where's this layer? Maybe ah, delete this and oh wait, no, sorry, here that one. Bye bye. I think it's wait, is it this layer? Yes. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Like the only I also really just I don't watch YouTube much anymore. Or like I don't watch many YouTubers anymore. I only watch like Drawfee, um, and then like not even Emily. And is there anyone else that I actually even keep up with really? I don't really keep up with anybody. Um, other than Drawfee because I mean, I guess I keep up with their like VOD channels for like Secret Sleepover Society, but that I kind of count as being Joffy as well. But I like not even Emily's videos because they're pretty like low key. And she's like I don't know. I like the way that she talks about stuff. Um, and her skits can be kind of funny at times. Well, they are funny. But yeah. So let's see here. Trying to think. I feel like there's somebody else that I've started to watch or that I still watch, but I always like kind of blank on them because I don't watch them as much. But I don't know. You should watch me on YouTube. I'm kidding. I just post VODs and shorts of of these streams. Where's the not that. Hold on. Child. No. Where's my Oh, I do watch Legends of Adventure sometimes. I guess that counts. But I haven't actually watched them since like December. So that's been a little while. Oh, I still watch some Jaden animations and I'll watch like Worthy Kids videos and stuff. So and then like there's a couple like Ethan Becker and people like that, I guess. So I don't like completely cut them out, I guess, but for the most part I really only keep up with like not even Emily and like the Drawfee circle. I mean, no, right? I always like kind of kick myself a little bit. I'm like, man, I should have been there when they were doing story time animations, but I don't think I had the patience for that. Or my memory's not good enough to be quite honest. Cause I have been thinking about that recently. I'm like, it's not like I don't have stories. It's and like I've actually done like a lot of things, but a lot of them were like when I was younger. So I don't really have many stories about it that I'm like that I could easily share cuz like I don't know, I was a child, so it's like and then I was like homeschooled for a while, so it wasn't like I was going anywhere then either. And I like for a very long time refused to get my license. And even now when I do have my license, I haven't actually gone many places cuz I love being at home. Right? Yeah. No, exactly. I was gonna say it's like the I was so fucking stupid. Why was I playing on the playground when I was 6 when I should have bought a house? When the prices were more affordable. Um but yeah. Um nope, that's not the layer that's on this one. This one. Eh. Yeah, delete that line. I really just don't know. Mm. Puppy. Ah, Dude, I'm so jealous of people who have pets lately. I'm like, I want a little guy that just chills in my house, with me because it's just it's so quiet. But also, I'm like, I need to get a job that is maybe not remote because I just get stir crazy. So, eep, eep, eep. But sometimes I'm like, man, I want a kitty because they're so cute. And I've really been enjoying watching the videos of like, or the streams where um in Secret Sleepover Society when Joy and Olive show up. I'm like, I wish that were me. Joy Cat! Yeah. Joy Cat's so sweet. And I'm like, me and who? I'm always worried though, because I'm like, what if I get a cat that like hates my guts low key? But, um, yeah, I don't know. But then also, what if it's too affectionate and then I'm like, I never want to leave your side ever again and I just have to stay home even more because I can't leave my cat alone. Like, um, yeah, this is true. Cats do tend to do that. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. One day I'm gonna have to get a pet um because it's been like a lifelong dream to have a pet. So I'll have to make it happen. But for now I just have to enjoy um the pets that other people have when I come over and be like, yippee. That's sweet though. Kitty. Hold on. Again, trying to situate my mic so it's not brushing against my shirt every time I happen to move a little. I really don't like how I did these marks on this side, especially. Dang, my earbud's dying. And it keeps giving me that loud freaking warning. Like pickles. Like the like like I was like, I don't even know. Is it still a vegetable if you've pickled it? Like the pickled cucumber, the vegetable, the pickle, or like something else. what were we saying about what reminded us of your dog then? I forgot. Like Pickles, the dog that I'm gonna steal. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, because I really do just be remembering how I was turned away for like 2 seconds, and then next thing I know, Pickles has decided to eat my hand. I'm like, hello. I was like, why is my hand feeling like teeth right now? And I was like, oh, okay. I kind of need that though. But she was valid for that. We love it. Um, Dang, for real? I just seem tasty, I suppose. It wasn't even like she was like biting me really, but she was just like, ow, and I was like, I'm not I'm not so sure about that, to be quite honest, but you know. That's fair. As a dog is gonna be, I suppose. What the? Why didn't that select? Oh wait, actually, rotation. Mm, I almost feel like maybe I don't want it to rotate and I kind of want it to. Although, cancel. Hold on. Maybe I should just commit to that. It's not too bad. Yeah, what was I about to say? Hey, Foygore. One of my other friends' dogs was not very licky, but and she always like is tells me like she didn't realize that dogs liked to lick because the her first dog didn't really like do it that much, and then she realized later on when they got like a second dog that uh the first one was just a little unique, but she was a sweet old girl, sweet old lady in Tubby. I feel like that's pretty common for like beagles to be kind of chubby. They just end up being kind of big. But I miss that doggy. She was so sweet, and she would always cry when I came over because she missed me, and I'd be like, I missed you too. Um, and be like, I I should have come over more because I didn't see her enough, right? Always like I don't feel like I deserve to miss the her dog as much, um, because I was only around so much. I wasn't around. I was not raised around that dog, but I'm like, Bubby, Bubbles. Yeah, that's real. Okay, this hand's kind of huge, so maybe this one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, Poor old boy. Aw. Yeah, I was around that dog, my friend's dog. I mean, I was around from like 6th grade, and then I think it was around like 2020 when she passed away. So I mean, I was definitely like around because I would like go over to her house, and I'd always say hi to her dog. But yeah, but I wasn't like I feel like she came over to my house more often, so I didn't see the dog nearly as much. But and now she has her cat Dusty, who's a sweet boy. Um and I miss him because he also is kind of a fiend for pets. So I'm like, anytime a dog's like a fiend for pets, I'm always, or a pet is like a cat or a dog is a fiend, yo, is a fiend for pets. I'm always so hyped out of my gourd about it because I love to be like all up in their business, to be quite honest. Love to pet a pet. It's what my hands were made for. Even above drawing. Even above drawing, my hands were made to pet a little creature that adores pets. So it's one of life's great joys. Dude, I'm still like reeling because the my brother's dogs decided to sit on me, and like it was kind of funny though because the couch I was sitting on, like the couch cushions were kind of bad, or like the couch was kind of bad, so like the couch cushions as you sat on them would kind of slowly slide off while you were sitting on top of it. And so I didn't really like sit myself all the way back because I was trying to like support myself with the with like my calves or whatever to hold up the couch cushion. And then just like I didn't want to really lean back on it because behind me, so they have two dogs, right? And the one behind me, or there was one behind me that was laying on like the top of the couch, and I don't want to disturb him. And then the other one was trying to lay on my I was laying against my lap, and so I was just like trying to sit still because he was like kind of napping. And but then when like I would stop petting him, he would turn around and be like, "Excuse me," and he would like paw at my hand and be like, can you go back to your job? And I'd be like, okay, sorry, bro, didn't realize that you still felt that while you were asleep. But yeah, so I just kind of stayed like partially on the couch because again the couch cushions were kind of mid, and I wasn't like that invested in staying in one spot. But then the dogs decided to sit on me. But later on, when the one that had been previously sitting on the couch behind me, puppy would do that to you. But yeah, when he decided, when the other one I had originally been petting decided to move across the room to be pet by somebody else, the one that was behind me was like, "It's my turn again," and he decided to crawl up on my lap, and I was like, "Whoa, doggy!" And he was all up in my grill, by the way. He seems particularly like he's very licky, and I was like, "Please, you have dog breath." um so I'd be like so I was like kind of fighting for my life because both he was a little stanky in the mouth, and then like also I was not properly sat on the couch, so I was like, I can't properly support both of us like this. I need you to settle for a sec so I can scoot back. So I was just kind of like legs stuck trying to not let him slip, and then he ended up like laying down like half on my legs, half on the couch, and I was like, okay, I suppose if that's comfortable for you, bro. So that was pretty silly. Aw. Yeah. Oh, also the shout out to Abby. Love that doggy. Love that doggy from afar because I don't think she wasn't overly invested when I was over last. Aw, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to impose whatever dog is willing to see me while I'm here. I will be a happy camper. So I was happy with pickles. Although I really do wish to I need to come over more so I can build a relationship with Puppy because I want Puppy to like me. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, she was barking up a storm. Dude, yeah, my other friend who has Dusty has like a big dog, and that dog is so loud and always barks, and doesn't like head pets. So I've had to be like, wait, where do next time I gotta be like, okay, where do I pet? Because I can tell this dog wants some pets, but I don't know where to put my hand because she won't like turn away from me either. So I'm like, um, but yeah, she's a little combative. It would seem, um, but it kind of hurts my ears. So I'm like, do I need to like put an earplug in? Because I have like, um, I feel like I might have like tinnitus in one of my ears, low key, because it gets a little crackly sometimes. Yeah, dude, one of my neighbors has like that's like right across from me. Whenever I walk by, their dog gets like these big dog barks, and I'm like, please, I'm literally just walking past. I'm nowhere near you guys's unit. So like, can you get a hold of your dog, please? I know. It's probably from like putting my fingers in my ears too much when I was younger. I still do that sometimes. But I don't use Q-tips, but it don't bite. Yes, it do. um um but yeah, that and prolonged headphone use, I suppose. Um it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit to put my finger in my ear, but I don't know. And I don't know what to do. Okay. Let me delete this. Delete! There we go. Okay. I feel like we might have a moment of canvas flip on our hands because if I remember what my shortcut is for that, is it not this one or is it this one? I don't remember what it is anymore, so I guess we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do. Is that what I made it? It was option period? Shoddy? Shoddy like a melody in my head. I did not remember it was that. Um, okay. Okay. Oh, that was too low. Excuse me. Okay. Um, hide that one. Right? Shoddy like a melody in our head today, actually. Because why not? We're in this together. Shoddy and a melody like no. Shoddy Shoddy like a melody in our head. And that's it. I don't remember enough of the other lyrics to go further with this. No. Nay. Trying to be like, what does my hand look like? Okay. Okay. I had something else I was gonna say. I feel like I had something specifically that I wanted to say to you, but now I can't remember anymore. Right? Basically. Dude, there's been like gnats in my apartment, and I've had to like kill them. Yes, to you. To you, gang of ravens. I had a thought, but it's gone now. So you'll just have to wait until I text you later if I remember, I guess. Or if I remember before stream ends. Which dang, I just realized it's already this far into stream. Um so for real, just be yapping. Oh yeah, but there's been gnats in my apartment, right? And I've been killing them with my hands. And I keep washing my hands immediately after, and I'm like, it's not that serious. They're not that big, but also ill, you know? So it's kind of like, my hands are getting really dry because I'm washing my hands so much. We do have like a fly swatter, but like the fly swatter is not as fast. I don't always have it like near me, first of all. Sometimes it's like in the middle of the air, so like it's much easier to just like pop get with your hands. But yeah, I'm like, I gotta act fast, otherwise this gnat's gonna get away. Cause also gnats are like, freaking tiny as hell. So ain't no way I'm gonna just like, uh if you aren't careful, you're gonna lose it. And I have lost too many of them from my line of sight. I think we've got most of them, at least. There was a lot more over the weekend, but I only saw like a 3 or 4 yesterday, and I've only seen 3 or 4 today. And I did spray some buggus spray to like try to deter them. But I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Little mosquitoes. They're a little nuisance, but yeah. Um, yeah, I almost doxed us both, but I was gonna say, I thought I was gonna drive up to y'all this weekend, but the bestie I was gonna see, it actually has some places they want to visit down here, so they're gonna drive to moi, and I'm like low-key so relieved because I do not want to be driving that distance right now, but I might do a trippy next weekend because I do have um some shampoo that my friend bought for me because it was on sale at the place that she works now. So I was like, could you get yeah, no, I've like been debating. No, cuz you wouldn't be imposing. I'm to be quite honest, I have been like I've been kind of been like I need to hang out with people because I've low key been isolating a little too much, and I'm like I'm getting a little too good at this. But dude, coming up, my brother's gonna be out, so like we could chill at the apartment for real. If you wanted to drive down, otherwise I could drive to y'all. But yeah, I have been like I need to see the besties for real because getting a little stir crazy and spending a little too much time on my own. Because I was gonna say was like what POV I force you to go to that library that I've been avoiding visiting that I do want to go to, but I'm also like I don't really want to go alone. But that POV I force you to come with me to POV I force you to come to the library with me and then hit up Walgreens to buy the Batman and Superman Old Spice if they still have it there when that time arrives. That's you looking. I see it. I see it. The vision. But yeah, I'm like I also so I've been like I want to invite people to come see me, but it's like 70 miles out for you. Um and and I'm like I don't want to make people drive all the way down to me, but I also feel like most of you guys are kind of tired of being up there because there's not nearly as many things up there. And I mean, I haven't really explored much, but there seems to be just a lot more options in my area. But I'm like, again, I don't want to force you guys to do that. Also, I live right next to a Daiso, so also, if you do drive though, I can drive us around down here because that way you guys get like a little break because that's what my plan is this weekend. I was like, you're coming down to me, which I appreciate, but ain't no way am I gonna make you drive us around the area to get like snackos and like little shops and stuff. So that would be kind of rude. Y'all you guys are my guests in that case. Also, there was something I wanted to make you watch with me, but I forgot what it was. There is one movie that I've been meaning to for a while force you to watch with me just because it's like kind of silly and it's like aquatic, so I feel like it would be fun to watch cuz but I have to figure out where to watch it. I think I have access to it through my library card, which I know it's just us, but on the off chance that anybody ends up watching this stream later on, check out your local library. Check out the options because it really do be so nice. I've been reading comic books and then also you can like rent movies and stuff. I have access to Hoopla and you can get maybe access to Canopy is a pretty popular one. Shout out to the library system. Please get it. They be getting defunded a lot more, unfortunately, and we need libraries. We need libraries for real. Um but yeah, it's a great resource. It's free. All you have to do is like um disclose your address, I suppose. But even that I don't sometimes they don't even really care that much. But yeah, love the library system. It really do be so fantastic. And also, even if you don't like reading, excuse me, I didn't want the express menu. Even if you don't like reading yourself, you can get access to like audiobooks and stuff. And like my library has like what's it called? Even like language learning programs and stuff, so like it really do be so versatile. So like we gotta keep libraries in work, because there truly is no other resource like it. It's free stuff for real. Exactly. You already technically pay for it, so you might as well just take advantage of it. But it's not like any additional cost to you. The only additional cost to you is if you like return books late, but they have a lot of like online catalog, and you don't have to remember to like return it or anything, because they'll just take it away once your like borrow period is over. So just pay attention to that, so you know. But like there's no late fees if you do the if you like borrow ebooks and stuff. So anyways, I'm just so hype about the library, which I really need to get back to what I've been reading, because research materials and stuff. And I'm once again fiddling with this gosh darn hand. But yeah, so yeah, we'll text to plan to hang out. Ooh, that's nice. I didn't know that you got auto renewals for physical checkouts if no one has a hold on what you've got. Ah! Excuse me. I had my my headphones plugged in next to me, and I accidentally knocked them off my desk. Yeah. Gorsh. Um and then when I said gorsh, I was like, I can't swear right now, but I can swear. Um so him gorsh damn it. Anyways, gorsh darn it, Mick. Really bad goofy impression for today. This gorsh darn hand, Mickey. It's driving me crazy. I forgot that I had a reference up. I did find one that I want to follow, but I need to actually look at it to follow it. So there's I'm borrowing the hand pose from the why am I forgetting Scarlet Witch, from Scarlet Witch drawing model. Dude, they were drawing magic on the bonus Drawfee stream, or Jacob was, and so I was like, honestly, she looks so fun to draw, because I also saw someone on Twitter who had been drawing wahoo. I can't even I can't even do it without sounding really annoying. And even still, doing the Donald does not impression does not come very naturally to me. It's very difficult. But it's like, no, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. That's like there's certain impressions that I'm like, I can in theory do it, but like I need to warm up first, and that's one that I'm like, I need to warm up to do, and that's usually just one that I end up doing like in front of my brothers or my family, because they're also doing it, and they're like, here, you should do it. I'm like, okay. But anyways, they were on the Drawfee Patreon bonus stream. Jacob Drawfee was drawing magic, and it reminded me of the really nice like magic drawing that I showed you on Twitter. I don't remember the artist's name, but it was very nice, and I was like, damn, they need to lock the fuck in, they being Marvel Rivals, because she is not buff enough. She's got that crazy looking claymore, and she deserves to be buff as hell, because if you're gonna wield a big sword like that, you gotta be freaking packing, you know. And I was like, I'm saying this as though I don't have the power myself to draw. So I was like, I'ma draw her. And then when I was looking up references, I was like, holy shit, what's with this weird I forget about like the alternate skins. I was like, oh damn, she got like um a hellish form where it's like the goat legs and the horns or whatever. And I was like, I get it now actually. Yeah, that too, dog. Here, Ruse was talking about how his get yucked up because he'll start mimicking his mimicry of the original impression. Real, yeah. For real though. He gets mucked up by other influences, I fear. Dude, this drawing's never getting finished because I just spent all this time yapping and then also struggling with his freaking right hand. We haven't done any coloring, but I can't start coloring now because I'll yuck it up even more. I'll yuck it up even more because I haven't finalized the drawing. But yeah, no, for real. I honestly have not seen many of the as many of the game models as they have, but they are like not very diverse. Yeah, I mean, like it kind of unfortunately comes with um the the whole thing of like superheroes to begin with. But yeah, no, even still, it's like they really don't have much variation of like drawing people as muscular as they need to be, and sometimes they like overdo it on like the men and stuff. So it's just kind of like a weird mixture of like this character should be buff as hell, but you didn't make him buff as hell. This character's a little too buff. But anyhow, dude, something devastating. They were kind of serving up anti-Jeff agenda on the Draw V stream for the bonus stream, and I was like, why don't you guys love my homeboy? Why don't you love my sweet little guy? Um Dude, for real. Next time I gotta draw a buff woman. Next time I'm able to commit to an idea, I gotta make a buff woman drawing. Now that I'm looking at this from this angle, this arm's so fucked actually. It's like it's like bad. Hold on. Like it looked funky before, but it's like real real messed up, real yucked up business. Right though, sweet support main, sweet summer child. Um okay, is this also on this layer? Oh, why does half of his hand? Where's this? Um, where's the other half of his finger? Hand situation. Okay, that's the belt thing. Is it this layer? No. Okay, so it's that one and this one. Okay. Um, at this point, I probably should just merge these layers. But I need to draw a proper woman. Um, even though he is baby girl, this is true. I think that I gotta beef up. Gotta beef up a woman. Name a woman. Okay. And then I don't know, because I'm like, do I draw a woman who's already buff, or do I draw a woman who's buff in spirit? and isn't actually buff because people are cowards, you know? What was the idea? Share it with me. Tell it to me. I don't know, because I kind of liked how this wrinkle was happening, but I don't think it's working. No. No, 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 no. I cannot, because that one is a secret for my other mic count, I fear. Some of the OCs unfortunately do not make it out of the vault because they are on my actual IRL portfolio. So she does not escape the vault until much later down the line. Um my beautiful that's my husband also, to be quite honest. That's my husband. Head canon, except it is canon, masculine terms for Jamie. Scroll up. Oh, Lamau, name dude, maybe. Being dono blocked? Dono blocked. What does that mean? I was still devastated that you missed the tier list stream. This freaking shit. Dog. Okay. Oh, okay. I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. But worry not, I've looked at it now. We will name 100 women for Game Girls Day. Eh. Wait. Oh, yeah. I was like, you two, what? I'm gonna end up probably putting the the Tyson tier. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up putting the tier list stream on YouTube. So you could like rewatch that if you would like, or I don't know, skip through it and play it at 2 times speed if you must. I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. So I kept going back and forth. Little spoilers because you weren't watching, but like, and timestamp it in full. um, do I have to allow you to be able to do that though? But what I was gonna say was that make it out of jail. Yeah, Jason made it out of jail. What are you talking about? He was only in jail for like 5 seconds, not even, while I was trying to scroll up. Jason wasn't in jail. Octavian was in jail. He was in jail twice, I think, because to be quite honest, I think I still have the tier list tab in a tab group. It's Octavian, or is it Octavius? I think it's Octavian. But Octavian is in jail. No, he was not on here twice. He was in jail once. And then like Luke is also in jail. But Jason is not in jail because he's kind of beloved. Yeah, no, he's in I Like and he's in Beloved. and then Octavian is just in jail by himself with Luke, Loki. Okay, yeah, no, Luke is baby girl, but like he's also kind of jail because because I don't remember. I'm like trying to remember if this is actually canon or not. So I'm like, I don't want to quote this wrong because like it's I've also made liking Percy Jackson part of my personality. So I'm like, I can't get the details wrong. That would be embarrassing. But like he's in jail for abandoning his family is mostly the thing. Even though he like tried to like make them join his side, he's in jail for wanting to for abandoning them and for you know he's just in jail for falling susceptible to an evil overlord, to be honest. But he is kind of baby girl to me. I know a lot of people don't like him, he's kind of controversial, but like he is baby girl to me, which is why I'm pretty sure I put him in I love but also jail, but because there was like doubles. Wait, yeah. Honestly, now that you've said that, I'm like, is that why I'm kind of resonating with Riku? Is that why I kind of vibe with him? Um, is that like some a character archetype that I store in my heart now, I fear? uh, delete all these weird bits here. Real, yeah. Um, I can't remember if this is just like one of those moments where people were reading too much into um both reading too much into it and also not reading enough, not using their critical thinking skills, but um he I don't know. I don't want to say it because I'm like, what if I'm wrong? I don't remember that, to be quite honest. I really don't. So, but also I read it like basically a decade ago, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hmm, I guess that's fine. Close enough. Okay. That, and then I wish I saw more of the side of his shoes so that I knew what to do with this. So I might try to see more rivals. Magnus images. I need to see your sensible loafers. I think. Wait, let me do that. So I think technically, wrong pen. It does this sort of thing. Like it does go all the way back, but I don't know what it does like here. I don't know. Or it maybe doesn't do that and it goes else. Show me your loafers. Might be more of like this situation. What's the situation? We got bread on the bread on deck, bread on the flow. What is the shoe really, if not a glove for your foot? Wrong. That's a sock. What is a shoe if not a jacket for your feet? Unless you're wearing those like barefoot socks, not socks, barefoot shoe or whatever, where it like has the spot for your toes, then it would be no, don't silence me, don't silence me. If the foot is the hand of the leg, actually I'm having too many debates about feet and stuff. Is that what it's called though? The like the barefoot shoe, or whatever, where it's like it looks kind of rubbery. That were like really popular when we were in like junior high for some reason. But anyways, if the foot is the hand of the leg, and the ankle is the wrist of the leg, and the knee is the elbow of the leg, then like I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna make I'm not gonna I maybe am not gonna clip this. And if I do, it will be for to post much much later down the line. But no, that's not my brand. That's not my brand. I swear. But like am I wrong? Am I wrong? No, don't clip that. Don't clip that chat. Clip it. The shark has. No, don't say that about me. Don't say that about me. You do have the power to do that, but don't. But don't. Wait, why did I say that? You don't have the power to do that. So you can't even clip it, even if you wanted to. No power to clip. I made a couple clips of my last stream, though, and I was like, whoa, I feel so high tech and official. I wish they were a little bit longer though, because I did make one about the four Tysons, but it just wasn't long enough to get to the part where I actually made it. But it had more of the discussion about the fact that I found four different portraits of him for some reason. And I felt like that was a little bit more important, is that for some reason there was four. Delete. Okay. And then I guess it just kind of like follows up into the pant leg. So I guess just kind of like this situation. I also keep getting kind of nitpicky as though this actually has to be that accurate to the skin. Because I'm already taking some artistic liberties right now by adjusting it to be more like Mr. Garbus Beetle, Mr. Garlic Butter, if you will. Or as he was today, Gavis Bath Bomb. But anyhow, you got silent. Are you doing something? Are you clipping me? don't. I feel like Delete. Eh. I guess I don't know. I could do better. I'm a little worried about it because usually when one of us says to not worry about it, you should be worried about it because it's bad because we're doing something devious. So I don't actually trust like that. Um okay. I'm a little bit more satisfied with the shoe situation, I suppose. But I'm still not sure I like that it's coming out. This portion is coming out as much. I almost wish it did this a little more. And then remove that. And I just don't know if I'm rocking with the way this. So delete. I guess that's better. I really need to see what your shoe looks like. Please. What's your sensible loafer look like? Oh my god. Okay. That. Um. Why are some of these kind of serving up? Why does it look like that? What? Don't make a title then. What are you doing? Chat, cut this. Cut that. Why does that look like Dr. Fate? Who is this? But Dr. Fate's not a Marvel character, that's for sure. Oh wait, it's that other dude though, isn't it? Because I know they have one who looks like Dr. Fate, and then I have seen this dude who looks like him. He's got the cool helmet in Marvel Rivals, but I don't know. Is this a Iron Man suit? Weird. I'm getting distracted. Um 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 mm. I really wish that they had like a cool version. I wish that like Injustice wasn't kind of fugly. Because like that's kind of like the DC. Well, though I think it's like a one-on-one game, but like or is it? I don't know. But I wish DC had like a cool game that looked like the Marvel Rivals style because I really do. I really am quite fond of the Marvel Rivals style. It's very tasty, even though there are like still some things that are left to be desired stylistically. Um, I don't know. Hold on. I really do want to fix this thing. It's it's not quite right. um, delete. I was gonna say we might go overtime today because again I'm kind of locked in. But we already are going overtime. At the very least, we're going overtime a little bit to make up for my my messed up start today with OBS because like my OBS kind of wigs out if I don't start Clip Studio before I open it fully. And I didn't open up Clip Studio early enough, I guess. So I had to restart it. Otherwise it just like won't show up. Which you may have noticed. Although it might be posted as like, or it might have separated as a different clip since I did technically end stream to restart OBS. So maybe you won't notice it because I don't have to publish my flop. But yeah. But I won't go as long as I did last week. I swear. But also feel free to dip if you must. You do not have to stay. I will just be doodling, I suppose. That's a little bit better. And why? Although, wonder, do I want to cut it here? No! What's being censored? Or reload. What's with the asterisks? What have you done, you fiend? Ah! Oh yeah, that's because I don't allow links in my thing. I'm frightened. That I did mod. Let's see here. You fiend. I can't believe you've done this to me. I can't believe that you would do that to me. You fiend. Ah, and my thing's not full screen anymore. Stop that. Anyways, you've like besmirched my name by making that clip. No, it was not necessary. We could have let it die like it was supposed to. Hold on. Which layer? Oh, this one, and this is this layer. You fiend. I suppose it's intuitive. Oh wait, I need to go back to my reference so that I can draw this hand, hopefully. Okay. Hello. No. Curl the fingers. It's so hard to. No, I don't want a consistent clip theme. Not like this. Not like this. Yeah, exactly. It's very tasty. Um, it's also very shapy. So I'm like, yippee. When I see it. Erg. Oh wait, is that also on this layer? So it is. So it is. I have the why didn't that, or is that on the old layer? No, it is on this layer. I just didn't hit delete, I guess. I have the eraser set to needed eraser, so it leaves like a light trace of it if I don't erase it properly. Hmm. You know what I, well, no, because no, no. Oh wait, that's not this layer. Also was like, I need to fix this so it looks not like that. Like that, I think, is probably what I want. Okay. Delete. And then sort of. Okay, well. Scam likely. What if it was for me, actually? I saw this one video where this woman was like, I had time today, so she called back the scam call and like was acting kind of stupid, and the person started getting like really pissed off because I miss you, that's why. But the lady on the other side started getting pissed off. She's like, are you like wasting my time right now? And like, what do you mean? What, like, and she's like, what do you mean? No, I'm not. I'm just trying to do this. And she was like, why would I have your password? And she was like, well, you told me you would help me fix my computer. And like, just like silly stuff like that. And then the woman ended up hanging up on her because on the other side, because like, right, like, you're the scammer and you're getting pissed off that I'm like fucking with you, dog. BFFR. um circle. Trying to match the buckley thing that he has that I replaced with Phantom, um, and put it here instead. Oh, I remembered something I was gonna tell you. But I think I will send it as a voice message later because it's I don't think that's quite. Okay. I don't need to get into that right now. Because I'll get pissed about it. Okay. And that's not the energy we're bringing today. Connect that a little better. That's fine, I guess. I don't know what to do about his silly hand. Ah! Hold on. Because I wonder if I should just cut it off. Something similar to cutting it off is if I just fist moment, curl it into a fist instead of once again trying to fuck around with the getting the fingers positioned correctly. So cutting it in half, I suppose. It's not working out. Um and even though I'm trying to be brave and draw a hand, I'm fussing with it too much. Oh, I'm excited though because this put an oven mitt on it. Yeah, that would also work, I suppose. But anyways, I'm gonna get boba with the bestie, and I've been craving it, and I was debating bringing it up, but I was like, what if she's tired of boba? So, but she brought it up because there was a place down by me that she wants to try in particular, so I'm like, let's go. I did get, yeah, yummy. I got like regular. I got water for my tea because our tap water is not very good. Um and we don't have like a filter. Well, we have like a Brita filter, but it don't taste the same. Um so um but yeah, I'm like it's kind of similar cuz I get like a black tea milk tea sippy, but it just don't beat getting an actual sippy from a place. Although I might get like a green tea sippy or something of the like if I when I go. It depends on how I feel that day, I suppose. Oopsies. But yeah, I'm like a water snob, I fear, because I notice the difference. Right? Nothing beats a silly little drink. Okay. Nothing quite like it. Nothing quite like it. Hmm. Okay. Hide that. Whoa, Nelly. That looks a little funny. Okay. Again, we're roughing it in. We're roughing it in. Yeah, no, Dasani is so mid. Like, it's no good. So, mm, actually, okay, we'll leave it as a sketch again. Okay, bum bum. What I think what needs to happen is that no, don't say that here. I I Whoa Nelly is really bad, but I do still fear hot dog. I do I do fear going I fear going hot dog is really really bad as well. It's truly shameful. um I don't think I'll ever recover from that, and it was like me in the comfort of my own home by myself going hot dog at a drawing of somebody being shirtless. Anyways, one day Zooey mama, one day I will truly regret that. I think I'll have to I'll find myself on the Reddit. No, I'll find myself on Reddit because my partner will be like, "Am I the asshole for dropping for getting dressed and leaving after my partner said Zooey mama said exclaimed hot dog when I took off my shirt?" it's it's truly it's truly not good. It's I'm not proud that my that was my reaction. Um so I need to I don't know. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Eh. This is not working out either. Yeah, I might edit it down if I do. What I've noticed is that I do a lot of like inhales, and I'm like, man, that is kind of obnoxious to listen to. Got too much excess saliva. He doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need his hand. I know he doesn't even need his hand because literally in most of the references I found, his hand is behind his fucking back. But I'm like, I don't know. My pride. Chat, am I the a-hole for breathing? Chat, am I the asshole for breathing after telling a story about how I was scrolling through Twitter and saw some delicious, absolutely mouth-watering fan art of a female character without her shirt on and going, hot dog! In like exclaiming in the air with my whole chest out loud, hot dog. See, am I the asshole for well, that's not even the I don't even know. I don't even know. Am I the asshole for breaking up with myself for doing that? Am I the asshole for breaking up with myself for not only doing that but also telling several people about it and now sharing it on stream? Am I the asshole, period? I am I the asshole, period? Much to think about, much to think about. Um, I fear I've mentioned it too many times during this stream. We Oh, I was like, what on earth are you saying? Wawa. And I was like, oh. You need to get it. Go get. Don't dehydrate. She's going to dehydrate. I can't remember the rest of that audio, to be quite honest. So who knows? Gosh darn it. Uh, do I just hide his arm? Do I just hide it and be done with it? Because I kind of also just don't want to draw his gauntlet either. So I tried it before and I didn't really like how it looked though. You got espresso. What happened to water? That's not this layer. Ugh. Hide. It has caused me too much strife, and I do want to get to be done with this drawing, both while it's still relevant and also just while I have the worm for it, um, relevant with other people and also my brain. So no, I know. That's why I'm like, hello. I don't know. I almost feel like the problem is also that the position is not quite. Which layer is that on? Does this have anything on it other than that thumb? Oh, I think I know what it was for. Okay. Haven't you fed me enough worms of Gavnis Bebo? Gavnis Bebo. Um Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, at what point do I end up just subscribing to this guy? Also, yeah, I was like, I feel like there's been three of them that I watched at this point, but I couldn't remember what it was, and then I remembered because I watched Mouthwashing, and then I watched the Marvel Rivals, and then I just watched the cold shower stream. Okay. Um. Okay. What I really want to do is pull up reference of this and but have it flipped. Where's oh yeah, also there's this nice reference from the back of his cape. Ooh, rotation. Is this the back without the cape or is this somebody else? No, that's someone else's. Skin. Okay. confirm. So we'll do this one. Not to keep talking about feet, but while I was looking up references, the way that they have like, who has made a barefoot mod for this skin specifically too? Do you guys not like his sensible loafers? What's wrong with you? But also, why are you freaks? Why are you modding it so you can see his toes? What do you need to see his toes for? You should just homegrown make that content for yourself. Rotation. Yeah. Also, God, Gorsh, this shoulder, this arm, I do kind of feel like it might not be far over enough. I don't know. Also, I feel like it might be like over rotated or something. Something's not lined up right. It also feels like it might be too far. I don't know. Is it too far out maybe? And then I just need to rotate it better. It is very long on this side, but it's a little hard to tell. Okay, hold on. I need to hide. I need to hide you very quickly, and then I might need to bring that little badge thing. Just do feel like it needs to rotate a little more. I don't know, because I'm not doing like an exact repeat of this pose either, so it is kind of I do still feel like this is too far. Yonder. I don't know. I got a flipper again. Okay. I feel like hide, and then like, oh, I don't know. Is this supposed to be for? And also, am I seeing too much of this shoulder? Is that what's happening here? Oh no, I'm not used to such broad. What? Something is silenced or rejected? What are you talking about? Thinking is so hard. This is the truth. Guys, I'm like tearing apart my sketch right now so bad right now. Like opposite of truther, a liar, a denier, a um I'm not calling you a truther. Being in denial. Are you saying I'm in denial? What? Hmm. Maybe so, maybe so. It's just like, I don't know, there's been parts of this that have felt off since the beginning and I was ignoring it, but now I'm like, maybe I can't ignore it actually. Maybe it is undeniably bad. I don't know. Y'all seeing this shit? I don't. I haven't used the liquefy tool in here before, to be quite honest. So I fear floundering with it too much. I do feel as though, yeah, exactly. I do feel as though I have felt as though I've had his head a little bit off center for a while, so maybe I will fiddle with it a little. Just shoulders, ring this. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Eek. Dude, I've somehow managed to get onto the side of TikTok on my account for Streamy. Um that's like heavily arguing and like debating about. I think my pen's not the right color. Hold on. Why are you? Is it this one maybe? Ugh, tangent. Okay, well, close enough. But the side that's like arguing about the whether or not Procreate's a good program or not. And like I think it works for what it is. And like people are like, it's so bad, it's not professional. I'm like, yeah, it's not really professional, but like people can still use it for professional work and stuff. It's not the end of the world. But I'm just like, I don't know. It's such a I'm not gonna get into it, but like not like all the pros and cons of it, but it is just like I'm not here for this debate. Quit being silly. It's a nice it's a easy enough program if you don't want to think too hard about, right? Yeah, someone was like, I can't get that money back, and I'm like, girl, it's really not that bad of a thing. Um because it's not, I don't know, it's just like, yeah, exactly. It's like super accessible, and I think for that, I'm pretty grateful for it, is because it's like accessible and stuff. Because sometimes I don't want to boot up my whole computer setup for Clip Studio, and the convenience of being able to draw on an iPad is very nice. So and you can still make decent quality work in it. So it's not like it's like really, it's not like that bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like um it's like more of a process, I guess, to get it into Clip Studio, but it is a little easier to organize almost in Clip Studio when you're bringing in new tools and stuff. Um, because sometimes the touch controls can be a little finicky if you're doing new brushes in Procreate, but like other than that, like I don't know, it's just overall I feel like Procreate is actually a pretty decent one. I like it, I like it. uh, yeah. For sure. Like I don't know, there's like plenty of people who do use it for the same things you use Clip Studio or Adobe products for. So I'm just like, it really just comes down to preference, but it's just people are really like fighting for their lives to be like, it's really bad, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't. First of all, I don't give a shit. Second of all, it's not that bad. But my thing's done charging. I should plug in my Zly. Here's my laptop, actually. There we go. Okay. It's it's fine. the sketch underdrawing thing is fine enough. Especially after I moved his head over, I feel a little bit better about it, I think. Um, but and fine, blah 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 blah. Where is my thingy? Ooh, the back of the thing looks like. Okay, so it's actually okay. I like totally botched it, I guess. Which is interesting. Why did I guess it's because I was looking at it from a weird angle, so it's it's kind of fucked. Wait. I'm looking at Lamau. I'm looking at some of the things that got auto modded. I'm like, what? When was this one sent? At what point does watching ironically bite you in the ass? Ironically watching what? What's biting you in the ass? What's going on? You're becoming homophobic. Oh, watching, yeah. No, honestly, I don't think it will. I wouldn't really qualify it as biting me in the ass. It won't let me allow you to say that though. But what did happen is it did in fact hide cheap viewers on soandso.com. So yippee. Ah, okay. So yeah, what I might do is I don't know. Do I just delete this entirely and plop in? It might be easiest to just do it like this. Um, and then it does kind of curve around, but I don't really know how much of that will show. Um, oh, okay. Like, although, but it also does this sort of thing. And then also has something like under here, like that. Dog, what is up with this? This freaking skin. It really do be too much for my little brain. This is why I don't usually draw complicated clothing. But it must be done lest I never grow. And then it has these like stud things as well, like here. It's giving me a fright, I fear. It like kind of wraps around the hand, but also not. It's I don't know. That, but then there's this bit here, so kind of wraps around like that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to be brave, but I'm frightened. Everybody's so creative. You see how that looks like something you want to eat, but also not? You see how that looks like looks delicious, but also it doesn't? Everybody's so creative. Love that woman. That's how I feel making this, though. I'm like, everybody's so creative trying to figure out what these look like from this angle. Oh, you know who I could draw who's nice and swole? Ah. I won't say it yet. I'll let you guess. What if you get it spot on and I get frightened? But if you get it wrong, I'll laugh really hard. So, you better you better get it right. I'm waiting for your answer. I'll publicly shame you. You can give up now and save yourself the shame. Okay. You forgot? Or did you lie? You just lying to save your hide. Nobody say that I bully my viewers, though. This is don't discourage people from saying this. This is I only treat you this way. No, I already said that earlier, but no, I'm not gonna draw a Vi. Or I think I said Vi earlier, or maybe I was just thinking of it, but nope, I'm not gonna draw Vi. And now I have to kill you, so I hope you're ready. You gotta sleep with one eye open tonight. No, you only get one guess to save your hide, but now you're gone. Ah, shit. No kidding. I'll give you three guesses, but I don't know if you'll be able to guess whomst. 3 guesses to maybe not get killed. I suppose so. I thought you were gonna be like, can I phone a friend? And be like, phone who? No one can save you. Damn, got it in one. Yeah, it is one of those two. Swole women. Circle's too big, actually. Is this your card? No. Too obvious. Too obvious. And you have one more guess left before I kill you. Fuck. Before I punch your ticket. What is with these weird studs though, low key? Like, then I feel like this sticks out a little too much. Too show much. Okay, go. You're frightened. Don't be frightened. Your life's only on the line. That's all. If you get it wrong, you need to look up images. I guess looking up images is like phoning a friend. I did have another idea earlier about something that I could draw, but it's unrelated to this one. It's just general fan art that I'm like, maybe it's time to face my fears and draw some ship art again. Um some characters interacting. My biggest fear, my biggest enemy. Um, you got distracted. If you take too long, you die as well. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The Katie's characters are fine, but you gotta make up your mind. And are you confident that it's Hades? What if it's Baldur's Gate? And it's just not Shadowheart, my beloved. What if it's another beloved of mine? No. Now you have to die because you guessed wrong 3 times. Sleep with one eye open tonight. I don't know why I sang that. You could keep guessing or I'll tell you, but you are locked in to die. Damn, you keep guessing wrong. But I do want to draw uh Malin. I always forget how to pronounce her name. Malinaway and Megara. You are the bigger Karlach Lober, and I was thinking about drawing her, but not this time. I was not thinking about drawing her. This particular instance in which I was making you guess was not about her. Damn. I was thinking about drawing Nemesis. Yeah. You were close, you were close. I was also thinking about, although I've tried drawing uh there's always people who real real as hell. People always argue being like it's pronounced Hecate, but I don't really like the pronunciation of Hecate. Cause I don't know, I grew up reading it as Hecate, and that was kind of how I was taught. But even my teacher didn't really know how to pronounce it because it was like just like a bonus thing that she decided to let us like read in history class basically as like a segment. But I think it's technically Hecate, but I don't really like the way it rolls off the tongue. Mm, it's a little too flat. Oh. Credit Hecate. I know a lot of people who practice that say Hecate instead of Hecate. I don't know. I mean, like I've definitely heard people. Definitely heard it like pronounced several different ways. But yeah, I don't know. My preferred pronunciation is Hecate, so that's how I'ma pronounce it. Yeah. I yawn. Okay. Um. I think that's probably the closest I'm gonna get with this one. Yeah, I'm trying not to be eepy, but I can't help it. And then remove that, I guess. You shouldn't be seeing more of that corner than I'm seeing of the corner here. Whatever. We'll leave it. Um, and what the? Oh, is this also segmented? Like, interesting. Like, does it have 4 connections? I guess it does. Okay, if you say so. There's that. But then it's like, it has that like plate that's happening here. And I can't really tell. I don't know. Guess I'll just delete it. Because the way that I'm seeing it is sort of simpler than what I have set up to figure out. So I will, maybe with less qualms than other things I've had to erase today, remove it. Simplify with your eyes. Yeah, basically. Um, okay. And it does kind of seem to have this like center line thing that divides it there. And it does have these studs. I do kind of feel like I would like to widen this gap. I'm gonna bring that there. Your special eye. What do your eyes see? Your special eyes. Okay. Do these will be. This will be. Bow 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 bow. Bow bow bow. Bow 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 bow. Do 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 do. We're together. Everlasting love. You still feel as though it's not quite right. Because I kind of want it to do an arch type thing here. Is that where it meets? It does that. Well, boom. Like so, perhaps. I don't know. Another thing is that you make the connections wrong. It looks a little too flat. Okay. Well, a little better. And then that actually needs to go all the way through there. And then I delete here. It does have these like studs. Feels though maybe this line also could be further. Back this, and then I am making these studs a little smaller just to because I'm lazy and I also want them to fit in still better. Okay. I think it's actually that's just a no, that's just a little design in the middle, so I don't actually need those middle guys. That and then here. But I think I will ignore the little bits and bobs that are right there. Even though I don't know. It's like we are seeing a smidge more here. So I do feel like I should hint at the thing that's sort of right there. Okay, that one. And then you can kind of see in the reference I'm using the part of his like gauntlet thing that peeks out here, and you would definitely see it more from this angle than in the reference I'm using, but I kind of also don't want to draw it, so I'm maybe gonna also finagle it to not be visible because I don't want to. I shan't. Let's see here. There's that, and then there is like this like lip type thing from there. We'll just kind of arc you in to here. There's like the gems that are inlaid, and that's not quite where that is. I love that the dog doing the peace sign. There's like the cat one. I do feel like uh the dog with like the spinny hat a little bit when I'm every time I decide to not draw something. Um but I was gonna say I do love that the cat one doing the peace sign. Is there also a dog version? I'm glad that my stream makes you feel that way, I think. Ooh. I'm trying to remember if I've seen the dog one. But yeah, I love the cat one because that's the one that I thought of. That's the one I've seen more of, I think. But I love a doggy as well. Um okay, there's that, and then there is sort of a gemmy thingy over here. Oopsies. Went back too far. Okay. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, there's that. And then, well, I just tried to do the pinch zoom with my fingers, but my Cintiq does not have close enough, does not have touch control, which is one thing that I do actually in fact miss from my iPad and using Procreate, because it's convenient, but also the pinch and zoom is not as good on Cintiqs as an iPad, I don't think, which makes sense because they're not really meant for that. But yeah, it's primarily a drawing tablet and not the other. Okay, so there's this sort of thing going on here. Big yawn, yeah. EP, I'm not gonna go as long as I went last week. Also me. Already like 2 something hours over. Not 2 hours, but an hour, basically an hour and 10-15 over. More for you, yeah. I'm doing it all for you. A lie, a fib. I'm doing it for me as well. Okay. Almost what I want it to look like. Hide this one. We're getting close though, because I don't think I'm gonna fiddle around with the shoes too much longer. So maybe I'll prolong this one more time to be another stream where I actually go through my my rendering process. Let me just delete this one because I decided to do longest process ever of. Okay, hold on. Oh. Of One Piece. The One Piece. Do you think we'll find the One Piece? Ever? You got that One Piece, so get out, get out, get out of my head. Get onto my ship instead. Bow, 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 bow. I don't know what it is, but you got that One Piece. I don't know the intro song to One Piece. Is it what I just sang? You refuse to die until we see it. Fair enough, yeah. Yay! I got it in one. Yawn. Delete, and then this goes more of a curve, and that does more. It's like dip at the very least. Yeah, I'm not even that invested in One Piece, but I also kind of refuse to die before they find it, cause like, come on, hurry up already. We've been looking for how many years? And we've had how many time skips? Cause there's like a big one. And like, how long has that been? We've at least had one time skip, but is there another one? I don't know. Yawn. Again. Eh. There are three? Okay. I was like, am I just that like outside of that bubble that I like imagined that there was more? Do I want this line? In fact, I don't think I need it. It's not really one of these. And so there's this load-bearing wall that you shouldn't have removed, is how I feel every time I delete one of these lines as well. Okay. There's a solid 3. Remember pressing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I've definitely seen like a few different character designs, so I think there's been like at least 2 time skips. But like, I don't know, maybe they just decided to change clothes in one episode, and then they just like carried on their merry way. Actually, does look a little flat, so what I should do, actually what I can do before I get to oh wait, no, sorry, that's not quite there. I feel like I want to get back into watching One Piece because it's so silly. But it's also like there's so many other shows and One Piece is so long. So, I don't know. But like I enjoy the characters, so I'm like maybe I should jump back in for a brief stint again. And it was like kind of interesting because like they just picked up Sanji where I left off. So, and then they had like their little duel thing, and like he like just agreed to go with them. So I'm like, I feel like this is the point where I should still be watching. I think. Sure. Yeah, no, it's definitely like one of those things where I don't feel too bad leaving it as much as I feel bad about other things that I stapu. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I want to meet them because they seem nice. I'm blanking on which one Boa is, to be quite honest. Is is that a lady? Is that the one who looks like Robin but isn't? Which one's the guy who looks like he looks like he's got like a spike in him or whatever? I think he's got blue hair. I haven't even met, although he doesn't come in until much later, doesn't he? Chopper. I haven't met Chopper yet. Um, back in Yeah, honestly, that's what I did with Sailor Moon. I was like, I am not rewatching that shit. I'm jumping back in immediately where I left off and we're just gonna raw dog it because I am like 3 seasons into that thing. Am I 3 seasons or is it four technically? I don't know. I'm like pretty much in the middle of it. Also I don't think his name's Croc. Um but yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not starting over Sailor Moon. That is I've put in so much time and effort into watching this. Oh, I think it is Frankie. Yeah. Let me look him up. One Piece Frankie. Yes, Frankie. Yeah, he's got like that metal nose and then his like tall hair and he's humongous. What is going on with his hand? I didn't know it did that. Um, and his chin is very unique. I did not remember him having cuz normally it's like, oh, this character has a butt chin, but that's not even a butt chin. He's got like a W. It's and it's not like shaped by facial hair even, like his chin's just like a whole W. Cause he's always winning. Who the hell is Croc? Rock. Oh, this dude. I didn't know that was his name. What the hell? What's happening in this photo? Is that his I almost called it his quirk. Is that his his fruitiness? I don't know. His fruitiness, like your grace, but like his highness, his fruitiness. His don't tell me. I'm still looking at the Google page, so so you even if you tell me, I won't notice it because I don't have chat pulled up. But like his what's that shit called? His when um I don't know, his fruitiness. I'm just gonna keep calling it that. Um his his it's his what yeah, they're devil fruit. That's why I was thinking of it, but I also couldn't remember what the fruit was called either. I was like, it's that special fruit. His fruit granted ability that he's liquidy-ish sort of, or rubbery, I don't know. Not rubbery, but like the uh because I don't even know what the Gear 5 Luffy Luffy lore. You gotta watch One Piece. Yeah. The only thing I've consumed from later on One Piece, like clip wise, is the dub where he's like, I don't care what you call me. I don't care about labels. You can call me whatever you like. You could even call me Dookie. And then it's like a long pause and he's like, never call me Dookie. Exactly, yeah. And I found out about that clip because, well, actually, I don't know if that was the first one I saw, but the reason why I have it memorized, yeah, the Jag episode, the reason why that is especially ingrained in my mind, other than the fact that it is just really funny, uh, Yamamoto realness? Who? Who's it? Oh yeah, him, him. Um, yeah, I don't know about I haven't met so many of the characters that I've seen so much of in the wild, but yeah, dog, I didn't remember either. So I don't think I learned most of their names, to be quite honest, except like I do know Law and Robin, I think. Oh wait, also I forgot to look up who was the other one. Boba. Oh yeah, okay. That is the one I was thinking of. Um, cool. And then yes. Yeah, I was gonna say she's got earrings, so she's different. And like I know that Miss Robin is serving up arms, is she not? Is or maybe I don't know that actually because I don't remember all of a sudden. But she got the I've seen one where she's got the cowboy hat fit on, I think. Um and then I'm seeing she's got sunglasses in some of these. So, yeah, it is definitely a different haircut for the most part. And then sometimes she got the baying and sometimes she don't. I don't know. Yeah, Robin is arms. Yeah, before she got whitewashed. Um, yeah. The reason why I remember Robin is arms is because during one of the like Drawfee live streams, they were talking about somebody in chat brought up like which of the, I think this was when the live action series came out, but they were like, who would you, if you had to eat one of them if you were stranded on an island together, who would you eat? And the somebody brought up like, would Robin be like infinite money glitch but with arms, so you just can like keep eating her arms if she keeps like popping them out or something. They were like Luffy would be like too chewy probably. And then they were like, do we eat Chopper? But he's like really tiny, so like he probably wouldn't be very filling. And then someone was like, and then I think Karina Joffy was like, you can't say Zoro. Uh, oh yeah, Buggy is pre-cut up. um, but then what was I just saying? Who was it? I forgot. Yeah, exactly. Oh, full. But wait, if he's got his like full beefy form though, but like, what if he's too muscular? Because that was also the problem with Zoro, because he was too muscular. Um, and then whoa, I'm looking at the different forms. He looks kind of scary. Come back as an angel. Stay a baby. Would he be tender? I, but like Booba is muscle. So like is Booba squishy? Um yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was funny because Karina Druffy like totally clocked chat and she was like, do not say his ass. But yeah, no, he's beefy, so we cannot so easily consume someone who's muscular. They're like, but yeah, she was like, you have to come up with a response that isn't just eating his ass, because that is only one meal. Like, and she was like, be practical, not horny. Who would you consume to survive? I love how that wasn't automod. you can you can you can you can motorboat Zoro freely, I guess. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do these lines on this ear. This one? Me spending the past like 10 minutes. Go have dinner. Honestly, I might call it here because I also am so tired of finagling and struggling with this hand, so be free. We will both be free. And I'll probably end up doing this again next time anyways, but thank you. Yes, chef. Gavneto week 3. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. I gotta do my end of stream spiel, which is catch me for Thursday game day this Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time to 5 p.m. and I might be naming 100 women on stream. Um or I might be playing something. Uh I don't know, because I'm still thinking about playing kiosk. Uh but I'll have to keep track of the 100 women somehow. So, because I was like, maybe I do both, but no. I think maybe we'll do. I don't know. Maybe we will do name 100 women, and then if depending on how quick or slow I name women, then um, then we might do another thing. But anyways, bye bye. Game Day Thursday. Game day, game day, game day Thursday.